We, the Holy Family Catholic Church at Chagford, proudly celebrate 50 golden years of faith.
50 is the number of Jubilee and salvation. It was the year for the Israelites to rejoice and be jubilant. They were asked to proclaim liberty throughout all the land.
Celebrating 50 years today, like the Israelites, we too proclaim liberty throughout all the land. Those captive days at Gidley Park, British Legion Hall, later known as St Catherine's House and now Endicott House, amidst billiard table and table tennis tables, have been set free as we have our own Holy Family Church today.
In a small town with 4,000 years of history, known for its wool trade and tin mining, we are indeed privileged to assert our presence through our Holy Family Church.
On 22nd December 1963, Bishop Cyril Restieux not only consecrated the visible Holy Family physical church, but also affirmed our spiritual faith journey to reach today to rejoice and be jubilant.
Travelling back, 50 years of history unearthed fresh memories of this church being the centre of our lives and families. However humble our origin may have been, the impact on our lives was nobler.
We have had a number of christening, First Holy Communions, weddings and funerals here in Holy Family for our children, brothers, sisters and parents.
I came to Chagford in 1966 for an interview and was offered a job as a GP junior partner, and I knew at once it was the place that I wanted to be in. And Jean joined me soon afterwards that year, and I was therefore a very happy man. I was delighted to find that there was a Catholic church here, and we've been very lucky to have a series of devoted priests who have been a great staunch support to me in my life. And the church itself is not a fantastic building on the outside, but on the inside it's very cosy, and when you're there you feel you're a member of the family, and I think we've been very, very lucky here in Chagford.
Well, I came to Chagford in 1948, and we were in what was then the British Legion Hall for Mass with Father O'Leary. And in about 1950 I was, for the next 3 years, taking a pram into the British Legion Hall with my 1, 2, 3 babies, which was not very ideal. And if they didn't behave, I used to threaten them to be put outside in the rain. And in the end, I got very angry about it and said, can't we do something? And got all these other lovely people around me who said, quite agree, we must do something. So they came to my little house and we had a little meeting and we decided we'd have a bazaar, which wasn't a thing that happened much in Chagford. And everybody decided on that day which stall they would have, and were told they must get everything for it, and that was it, goodbye. And I had a cup of tea, and we raised £250 without any further meetings, no committees. And then we were at the British Legion Hall for a little while longer, and then Mr. Macmillan Scott designed our church, which was wonderful. His wife was a member of the Oakhampton Church, and we moved into the Jubilee Hall for a short time, which was awful because it was all very big and very few of us. And eventually we built our church, and from then on I've been playing the organ more or less most of the time.
We were only 25 people 50 years ago and hardly knew each other. Yet today we have grown double the size in number and are getting to know each other well.
And not having a church was new when I first came, but then seeing the church grow from nothing to a church, and now it's lovely, and we're very lucky to have a church.
We have experienced God's various gifts to us and to our family through the pastoral ministry of Bishop Cyril Restieux and Bishop Christopher Budd, and priests starting with,
from 1945 to 50, Father O'Leary. 1950 to 54, Father Millerick. 1954 to 63, Father Michael C. Murphy. 1963 to 67, Father Smith. 1967 to 76, Father Michael Considine. From 1976 to 1988, Father Michael G. Murphy. From 1988 to 92, Father Aloysius Coles. From 1992 to 92, Father Paul Kimber. From 1992 to 97, Monsignor George Hay. From 1997 to 2003, Father Michael Koppel. From 2003 to 2012, Father Peter Morgan. And from 2012 to the present, Father Darling.
And through 3 regular parishioners from the early days, Jean Nyberg, Mary Sheridan and Alice Wells.
Faith is not about how big the church is, nor how big the congregation, but how God's presence is realised in both the church and in the congregation. Certainly we can be proud to acknowledge our experience of God's presence within our Holy Family Church.
And I've always felt very welcome in your church. Always, haven't I?
Yes.
Because to me, it's my church. And I think God means that, don't you?
Yes.
I feel, as far as He's concerned, He knows I'm there and He's glad of it.
Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah. I'm always very happy with your church. I'm always happy there. I'm very happy with your church. I haven't felt the need to convert because it's not in my being.
No.
I am as I am. Have been baptised and christened and confirmed all in my own church. Not here, but all the time we've been abroad. Always. And I feel very welcome in your church, always. Isn't that right, Jean?
Quite right.
Yeah, people come and shake me by the hand. And Father's always there with a smile on his face. So you don't mind having a heretic amongst you, do you? No. No.
Our Eucharistic celebrations, coffee mornings, Bible classes and Living Simply discussions always have had Catholic, ecumenical, national and universal dimensions, concerns and cares.
My name is David Pitt. I'm a non-Catholic, but I've been married to my wife Maureen, who is a Catholic. We've been married 50 years. We've been in the parish for 12 years. I've never had any problem within the Catholic Church. People have always looked after me, priests and parishioners. We were also pleased to receive a blessing from His Holiness Pope Francis for our 50th wedding anniversary in August, which delighted both of us. And we understand that it was the first one he issued in England. And we're both very, very happy.
I am privileged and honoured to serve in this parish of Oakhampton and Chagford. My predecessors would agree with me if I say that there is something special about serving at Holy Family Chagford. The spirit of collaborative ministry runs very high between the priest and the parishioners with mutual concern and care. Just for an example, Jean Nyberg, having been an integral part of the Holy Family from its inception, would not play a hymn for the Mass unless it has been discussed and approved by the priest. And similar is the case with Dr. David Rhodes, as he is looking after the Holy Family Church, Chagford. On this occasion of Golden Jubilee, I thank profoundly every parishioner of Holy Family Chagford for enriching my priestly ministry with mutual learning and loving. As always, I hold you all close to my heart in prayer, wishing you, your children and grandchildren to start preparing for the celebration of this sort in the years to come through prayer.
On this auspicious occasion, we prayerfully resolve to leave behind a legacy of increased faith to everyone who wishes to experience God at Holy Family Church here in Chagford.